So you have a mom that had a school resource officer show up to her house, armed and everything, asking her daughter why she didn't turn in some schoolwork. Now, could you imagine that? A cop show up to your door asking your child about why they didn't turn in some schoolwork on virtual learning, which is not in the scope of their actual job. But I want you to hear what the mom has to say that experience was. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
It was unimaginable. I can't even really describe how I felt in the moment. I was shaking. My voice was cracking. I was emotional because I did not understand. I couldn't keep my eyes off of his firearm. He questioned my daughter about the work that she was supposed to turn in. She answered him. He also asked her if she understood what he was saying to her. At that point, I said, this conversation is over. As a parent, I don't ever want my child to associate her education with a police officer. I don't want my child to associate receiving a grade that needs to be improved with a gun.
Not only did she receive that kind of visit, but 1,500 other parents had received visits like that. Now, they had a guidance counselor there, but the guidance counselor didn't say anything, but you had this cop doing all the questioning. Now, knowing the history of the race soldier with black people, and you're going to engage them with black people's education, this is why I do not like the public school system at all. It don't educate people at all. And a clear example, well, how it don't educate people. A lot of people don't know the difference between race, ethnicity, nationality. That's something you should have learned in school. A lot of people can't even name African nations. They say Africa, like it's a one, country. That because in school you're taught Africa. You're not taught Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Chad, Niger. You're not taught the nations. You're just taught Africa. So that's what I'm saying. They don't even educate you right whatsoever, which is horrible. So why are our kids there in those schools? I believe schools should be through us. We can't depend on a group of people that's so quick to kill us, roll the eyes every time we come around, and have a proven 400-year history of just not liking us. And I'm saying that just on a small scale, not liking us, but we're going to depend on them to educate us. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. But the superintendent of schools came out after this was put out to the public and said that they're going to continue to do those visits, but without the cop. Well, no, you don't need to do those visits at all. Why don't you do some old school emailing the parent, calling the parent, find out what's going on? You can do that, but you don't need to be showing up to people's house like that. That's kind of silly. This pandemic has everything different. And this pandemic and why kids aren't in school because of the failure of Donald Trump and his administration to get a handle on coronavirus and not making the difficult decisions that needed to be made so the children could be in school right now. You understand? That is a failure of the federal government. Why is it that the children have to be dealing with all these extra, things? And I agree, every child should not be in school personally. You should be virtually learning. My little girl has been virtual learning since March. And from the look of it, it's probably going to be the rest of the school year because they're not going to get a handle on this virus situation. I don't expect it just to go away real quick, but that's fine. I prefer my little girl be at home, virtual learning with her class. That's all virtual learning, than being in public school taking a risk of catching COVID. And the numbers are spiking up all over the place. They have new variants of this thing. No, but that is, anytime a, race soldier approach our house, how we view it, that could be our life. Even if on something like that, because, they can make up any old thing. And in this country, you don't know if you're dealing with one of those Trump insurgents with a badge on. You just don't know, because there were many, many of the race soldiers in the Trump insurgency. So we don't know who they are. I mean, the police force is completely compromised. We knew that, but it was shown in real time the other day. But, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, if this would happen to you, brother or sister, a race soldier showed up at the house, is questioning your teenage little girl about a grade. There's maybe something that a teacher should be calling about or a principal should be calling about. Let me know.